All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Core Five Podcast. Today, we got a lot to talk about the NBA Finals. We have OKC, the champs, in the building here today. We got some trades going on. We got the draft going on tonight, and we got Christian in the building tonight. We got
Yes.
Christian.
Let's clap it up for
Let's get it.
Christian,
Let's talk
bro.
about Christian, bro.
Christian has been gone, man. Christian, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, catch us up, bro. Where have you been, bro?
Just
Hold
been
on, hold on.
busy, man.
Before
Been
you talk, though,
working.
we got an inside joke amongst the fellas in the panel saying, bro, we seen you posted up on your story with two white girls, bro, and you in the middle, bro.
Bro, that
And
is
ever
so
since
not.
then,
That's when
bro,
I
we
went
have
to
not
Florida.
seen you, bro.
Yeah.
Talk to us,
It's
bro.
just, I've been busy. I don't know. It's like summer, bro. It's like I'm free. I'm back from college, and like when I'm at college, I really don't do nothing. So it's like I've just been busy working, doing shit. Like I get caught up, and then I lose track of time, low key.
You
It's all
good,
good,
bro.
bro.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
know,
know.
I
It's
know, I
my
know, I know
bad.
Lakers
My bad.
losing was hard
On
for you.
me.
Yeah.
I just make
Well,
multiple plans, and then I forget, and then like
yeah.
I get caught up.
You
I'll
good,
tell you
bro. We
one thing,
gonna need you.
Christian.
Yo, NFL season about to come up. We gonna need
Hey, I'll
you,
be
Yeah.
ready. I'll be
Trav.
ready. I'm gonna
You,
be. I'm gonna
Trav,
Yeah.
and
be.
P. We need y'all. Y'all the football guys, bro. We need y'all locked in for that.
I'll tell you
You
one
feel me?
thing, bro. We was on Josh's ass about the Lakers, man. He was looking for you because we was
Yo,
on
I
you
his
know. I
left
ass.
me
could.
on the
Bro, that
island,
was too
Christian. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
shameful for
lie.
me, bro.
You
That
left me on
was.
the island, bro. Trav
He's
blaming us. He
he's
told
not.
us,
Y'all,
Christian, let me tell you what Trav told us, bro. He said, I believed you and Christian when y'all was talking about how good what's his name?
Jackson Hayes, bro. I
Jackson
know.
Hayes. Trav said, y'all got me believing in him. And he
I
putting
did
up
believe in
donuts in the
him.
playoffs.
Y'all
Now I
fall for
know.
that?
Now I know. Now I know. Don't believe in him ever again. He
I
lost all
told
my
y'all
trust.
this.
also, Josh. He's not a Laker. He's not on the Laker wagon anymore. He's OKC guy. He's
Yeah,
not
Oh,
on.
He
He's
he
not.
said
gave
that.
he's a
me
bandwagon.
OKC.
He's
He's a
not on. He's not
bandwagon.
allowed.
Yes.
He can't cheer for the Lakers no more. That
Yo,
shit's
they
a
dead
wrap.
ass lost because some motherfucker tore his Achilles. They would have lost that game. I hope you know that. They were gonna lose.
I like
They
that energy.
almost lost. Like,
We gonna
yo,
get into it. We gonna get into it. That's
all
the
right,
first
all right.
topic. That's the first topic.
I'll wait.
We gonna get straight into it. All right. So the OKC Thunder are the 2025 NBA champions. Is Shai the greatest Thunder of all time? Can OKC go back to back? Is this a quote unquote Mickey Mouse ring? You know. So with that being said, go ahead, Christian. We gonna let you start it off since it's been a minute,
I
bro.
mean, I
Talk
wouldn't
to us,
call it a
bro.
Mickey Mouse ring. I think it's a earned ring. Like, they were playing good defense. Like, yo, that game 7, bro. The moment Tyrese went down, yo, they were playing like the craziest, like double team everybody defense, like pressuring the ball, not letting them breathe. I think they're a good team. I wouldn't call it like, yeah, it's a good win, good like road to the playoffs. But if, like I said, if Tyrese didn't get hurt, they would have lost that game. He had 9 points in like 7 minutes. You know he was about to score like 35 or some bullshit because he's been doing it all playoffs. But like, I don't know. Like they did the job. Their coach is a good coach. I guess like, he was getting a good coaching scheme going because their offense, even though Shea could not hit a three, calling him the crazy like the best Thunder is crazy. He is not. Like what Westbrook was doing when he didn't have KD, and then when KD was there, when Westbrook was like when there was him, Westbrook, and James Harden, like those are still two better hoopers. Like I still think they're better NBA players. Like Shea had a good ass team, bro. He had J Dub. J Dub dropped 41 game. Like they have a good ass team. They got good ass bigs. Like their power forward center with Chet and Hartenstein. Like that's dead ass. Like two tall ass rim blockers that it's gonna be so hard to like. What you like? All right, I was watching the game 7. You see T.J. McConnell like coming down the hoop, like trying to like get in the paint, like body him, and then he just gets like his shit like sent. I'm just like, damn, like not every big's doing that. Like it's Siakam and Miles Turner got to go against that every game. So like, I feel like eventually they were just gonna like win that battle because like the battle of the bigs is really like how you win a game, like rebounds and possessions and shit like that matters. So it's. I think it was bound to happen. I'm just surprised they got taken to 7. Like Siakam was hooping most of that series. Like I gotta give Siakam give him a fucking give him a bone. But fucking Nemhard let me down. Toppin, Obi Toppin's fucking. I don't know what happened. He scored every series, like every game. Game 7, 0 points. I'm like, come on. But hey, round of applause for TJ McConnell. Like,
Yeah,
he
clap it up
deserved
for TJ.
everybody's respect. He better get that contract. That's all I gotta say. He better get that contract.
Go ahead, Trav.
TJ, he probably deserved a little something, but he looked a little shaky when Lou Dort was on him. When they were locking him up, he was turning that ball over, bro. Like, but I think he had the same amount of turnovers as the whole OKC team did. That game 7, you know what I mean? He looked a little. Don't get me wrong, he got some points up, but he turned that ball over 7 times. Can't have that. Yeah, shout out to OKC. They did it. It sucks that Halliburton got hurt like that, but I mean, at that point, it just is what it is. You know what I mean? You got to play who's in front of you. So I mean, it's not like OKC was like 7th, 8th, seed. Like they're the best team all year. They won a championship. So I mean, that is what it is. Shout out to Shai. Definitely balled out. I can lean and say that he might be the greatest Thunder of all time as far as accolades, but I'm still going to say Durant's a better player overall. But shout out to OKC. I think the Pacers are going to be down bad. They're going to be sad next year. Definitely not going to make a run like that again. And OKC is going to have to watch out for OKC again next year because I mean they don't have to pay or do any off-season moves this year. I don't believe so. So I mean they're going to have the same exact team coming back next year
and more. They get more.
And they get the young boy who didn't play this year.
Nikola
Topic.
Yep.
And they got draft picks tonight.
Yeah.
Draft picks. Yep. So I mean I think they still going to be the favorites in the West.
Rightfully so.
I don't think anything else is out there shaking up. So yeah, I mean, good year OKC.
Sean.
Well, again, I feel TJ McConnell, like as soon as Halliburton got hurt, TJ McConnell was put in a bigger role because he performed like in every game. Of course, he had his mistakes, but I'm not going to take away from the fact that he played amazing. Shai, he did his thing. Jalen Williams did his thing. Shai Holmgren, I saw that black stat line. I was like, okay, he might shut me up. I still might not have all my deck in this guy, but like, I can admit he did his thing with those blocks, and they're definitely the threat in terms of the best Thunder. They're neck and neck. I'm still leaning towards Durant, but it's not over. I still believe that Shai could be the next Thunder, the greatest Thunder by next season even, because you never know. He can win another MVP. He can make another deep run in the playoffs, being that guy. And I do think if he goes back to the Thunder, no, in the finals at least, he'll do great because he's been there before, and he didn't do anything that was out of touch for a superstar. He did his thing. His Game 7 stat line is what you expect from a superstar. Like Kobe Bryant had the same, it's not the greatest field goal efficiency in 2010, but he got the job done, and we all know he was going to be that guy. It's like Shai. So it's like, I'm not comparing those two, but I'm just comparing their field goal. But I do expect Shai to be back. But I'm not leaning towards them personally to win next year. I will get to that in a bit.
Okay. Ahmad?
Y'all see, I got my OKC orange on. Had a running back for y'all. It's my OKC orange. I thought,
You have family out there?
I'm in Canada, bro. I'm in Canada.
Oh my God!
I got connections out here. My Toronto connect, bro. I'm just letting y'all know,
tell me which family member. Tell me which family member.
So what? The Pacers won. You be wearing yellow right now? Is what you're saying?
You'd be over in Indiana.
You got family in that town.
I knew. OKC was gonna win. I said this. I said, listen, I said OKC in 6. I was about one game off. I wanted the Pacers to win. I wanted them to win, but I knew OKC was going to win. Mostly it's because it was Indiana is like a by committee team, and that's what we saw when Tyrese went down the other night. I think the team just didn't they didn't perform the way they should have. If my man's go down, like my man put his Achilles on the line because bro, we know what was going to happen. The man had a sprained calf and he was hooping like that. Like we knew the risks going into that game. So I think his team let him down. I gotta give TJ McConnell his props though. Trav, yeah, he turned over the ball a lot, but you gotta realize, but they were throwing doubles at him. They was double teaming him, triple teaming him, and Coach Carlisle didn't draw up enough plays for Siakam or to get the rest of the team involved. Like I think if they had some more plays or some contingencies without Tyrese, they could have really done something. I just think throwing double teams at TJ McConnell, he wasn't ready for that. He's not used to it, and it's just like
right.
Yeah.
OKC is the best defense in the league, so of course he's going to turn over the ball. I think that was normal, and I'm not going to hate on him for that. I think he brought what the Pacers needed. I think the team just didn't show the way they needed to show up. As far as Shai, though, and OKC, I think Shai, he is most definitely, I got to say, I don't want to say it, but he's most definitely the best Thunder player.
Thank you.
Definitely,
Thank you.
He goes over Westbrook because Westbrook, come on, like, we can talk about triple doubles, but he was stat padding, bro. He was on a team that wasn't winning, so I'm not going to give him that. KD, yes, he's one of the best scorers in NBA history, but he doesn't win. He doesn't get the job done. He's not a leader. Shai is. So I got to give Shai the best Thunder in history title because he got it done. He got the job done. He got the rings off the muscle, bro. So I got to give it a Shai. I don't want to, but I got to do it.
I respect that.
Trav, I know you said I don't know if it caught on the pod, but your guy Derek Queen going to the
Pelicans.
Going to the Pelicans.
They traded up.
But back to the topic at hand. Congrats to the Thunder, complete team. I wasn't really shocked. I had them in 6. They went 7. Pacers surprised me. Shout out to Pacers. Wishing them the best. We'll see how they recover after Tyrese's injury because I mean that's going to set them back a whole year, potentially even more depending on money situation, picks,
second apron,
et cetera. But I mean, I'm not really shocked by anybody. I've been big on Chet though for a while since his rookie season. I mean, he got a lot of shit or a lot of flack for being skinny. I don't think that's much of a problem. I think he's proved that doesn't really affect his defense. He's one of the better defenders in the league. He leads the league in blocks a good majority of the time. So shout out Chet. But I mean, we might have a dynasty on our hands. I mean, the Thunder are set. They're set. All they got to do is just worry about paying people and replacing people that unfortunately will probably walk. And being honest, depending on how the team is, obviously there's you're dealing with people at the end of the day. I would not be surprised if they can keep people by paying them less. Just the way the team is, because I mean, it seems like all these guys rock with each other. I mean, like the chemistry is amazing. They all get along. They all seem to vibe together. Obviously, they're people at the end of the day. So I mean, money talks. So money might sway some of these people. But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they're able to keep this core together. But yeah.
May I bring up a top about that?
Go ahead, Sean.
Bearing on the money situation, because we all know the first team and the second team, we all look solid. The Boston Celtics had to deplete their roster. Do y'all think Jalen Williams could be someone that could get his bag and maybe go elsewhere? Do y'all see that?
Well, he got 40 in the finals. Of course, he can go get a bag. You drop 40 in the finals, you can go get a bag anywhere.
Yeah,
he's a hooper. I'm not even gonna lie, yo. J-Dub's who, like, you watch J-Dub, yo, his crossover, like, he just ISOs on him, man. He can just step back. He had a consistent mid-range. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like he's more of a consistent shooter than, like, Shai. Yo, that game 7, he missed, I think, every 3 he took. I don't know if he made one. Every time
he made one. I think he made, like, one.
Yeah, but like he dead ass like takes open threes and he misses them. Like he's a good consistent like mid range shooter, but I think like J-Dub's a better shooter like overall. He can do both. So I mean, I think
J-Dub might be like a James Harden situation, Christian.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see it happening because J-Dub could definitely go be a star of his own team. Like I don't doubt that because he plays good defense and he can score. So
for sure.
But why would he do that though? Like I feel like when it comes to winning, you feel me? That's the mentality. I don't think these players had or those players on OKC had that type of mentality. I don't think J-Dub is thinking like that.
That's what I was just preaching. But I mean, at the end of the day, they're people. Money talks. I mean, we don't know them personally. So
yeah, like we don't know like what's gonna happen next year. Like one of their players might just start like playing like fuck like Cason Wallace, bro. If Cason Wallace does what he was doing in the finals, bro, he can go get a bag from OKC. So like once there's just not enough money around to go around, like they're gonna have to get rid of people eventually.
they're gonna give Shai the super
like, it eventually happens to everybody. Like they're not there's salary cap. Salary cap is like
don't
maybe the reason why.
Don't sleep on Sam Presti though. That's why he's the man when it comes to that GM spot. I think he can keep that team together. At least that top, those 3 core guys. I don't think they're going anywhere.
Them trading Rashad Lewis in 2008 caused a domino effect leading to this.
My dad talked to me about that this week about Rashad Lewis and the whole trade. It's insane.
I need Chet to put on some muscle though, bro. I know you saying about block Sean, but he was a little soft. He was a little too soft.
I don't know how much. I mean, that's been his problem the whole time, and I mean, can't really deny him. He put on muscle. He has put on muscle, but I mean, I think the way his build is, it's going to be hard for him to put on much more.
Or get more aggressive. Like a lot of the times we saw him, bro, he was very not aggressive in getting rebounds or just like.
But look,
he still got rebounds, he still got blocks, and that's all came from him not being aggressive. So imagine if he got aggressive and really just started being a monster in the paint.
He doesn't. I don't think he really has to. I mean, he's got J-Dub and Shai around him. They're gonna be the ones that kind of push the pace. And iHeart too. iHeart's the big.
Yo, I mean, he needs to work on that rebound. Chet, like not muscle. He needs to work on that fucking rebound. Go get that thing. He's letting McConnell have like 8-9 rebounds.
I saw that.
Wait, what, bro? You got Hartenstein and Chet. How the fuck do they both not have like 15 rebounds in like the third quarter? They should be getting every rebound.
Yeah, that's what I kind of wish Chet would have. Because I will believe that Chet would have been one of the best players I've ever seen if he had more of that. Giannis.
But I mean, this series, Chet was not like this Indiana series. Chet wasn't good offensively at all, but his defense remained consistent. You feel me?
I mean,
offensively,
he was scoring though. Like he had like 15, 17.
Yeah, he had 15 on 6 to 8 shooting, but it's like that was his best game that whole series. That's what I'm trying to say. You feel me?
He's 7-2, bro.
Defensively, he was always good.
He's 7-2, bro.
Bro, Siakam's a hard matchup, bro. People like
good defensively.
Doubt Siakam's like athleticism, bro. He doesn't look athletic, but then he'll go block your shot, like no problem. Like he's a good defender. I like Siakam. Siakam's a good player. He's just
Siakam was the best player in that Pacers run all the way to the finals.
Oh yeah, bro.
He was the best player.
Like
I got him better than Hallie. I really think that's Siakam's team for real.
Yeah,
they missed their window. The Pacers missed their window. Like they're not gonna get another chance. I'll say
it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. Yeah, until the foreseeable future, bro. This ain't gonna happen for him again. Because everything
not next season. Maybe the
exactly. And you know how stuff works.
No, but like, come on, like Naismith, bro. Like Naismith, like it showed. Like their true colors showed. Like Naismith, if he's in your starting lineup, like bro, he did what he fucking did. He had 6 fouls and 3 points. Like he played 30 minutes of cardio. Like he didn't even do shit. He was dead at like, yo, the way he fouled out, they were double teaming Shai, and Shai just like dropped to the ground because he knew Naismith literally tried to tackle him. Like Naismith like jumped over him, they called it a foul. I was like, what are you doing? Like, it ain't like I know it's like game 7, game's about to end, but like, yo, you're not gonna get the ball like that. Like, I don't know.
I got a question. I got a question for y'all real quick. So you remember in game 6, right? Was it game 6? Or no, game 5. I think it was game 5. TJ McConnell, he went on a little run, right? Where he scored like 10, 15 points, right? Yeah, like straight. And then they Carlisle benched him, right? And then he put Halliburton back in the game. And basically, Halliburton didn't play well in game 5. You feel me? And that's when J-Dub had 40, whatever. Cool. But
no. J-Dub had 4, I think, in game 6. Oh, no, was it game 5?
He had like 30
game 5.
It was game 5. But
But
What I'm trying to
Halliburton got
say
hurt
is
game
people
time
were
too.
saying that that Rick Carlisle shouldn't have benched TJ, right? But back to what Ahmad and Trav said, this is what happens when a bench point guard gets that 30 minutes, that 32 minutes, and they're not used to it. He's going to turn over the ball 7 times. You feel me? He's going to get pressure. You feel me? He was cooking Casey Wallace. He gave Casey Wallace like 8 straight buckets.
Yeah, he
You know
gave
what
him
I'm saying? To the point where Lou Dort's like, yo, let me guard him. And Casey's like, nah, I got him. Just for him to get cooked again by TJ. You feel me? But my question to y'all is, do y'all feel like every backup point guard in the NBA, do you think all of them can get a starting point guard role? Because in TJ McConnell's case, he might have to be the starting point guard. Well, they got Nemhard, but we don't know. TJ McConnell,
Nemhard's,
I feel like he can't be. He's not a starting caliber NBA
No,
player. He's more of
Who?
a bench role player.
he's a
Nemhard? Yeah.
bro. He's a cone though. Like, bro, you put him against Shai for like majority of the game. Shai's gonna go give him buckets. Like,
Yeah, he's gonna give him
or
him.
like who? Like, who's a point guard? I'm trying to think,
Curry.
like
Curry,
Curry, bro. He can't guard Curry for fucking 30. Like, he can't. I don't think he can guard Curry for 30 minutes. Even if he's not playing majority of the game, like, he's still a better bench point guard because like, he's a consistent point guard with the
Brunson.
minutes he has. He plays a short amount of minutes. He's used to that. He's never been a starter.
Yeah.
So, like, he can't come up and play like the minutes maybe Halliburton plays. Like, bro, you need Halliburton to play 30 minutes because he can go score. Or
I
like
think it's
do
too
the
late in his
first
career
team.
to do that. I think if it was earlier in his career, he might have been able to. I think he's kind of established his role as like a bench player now, so it's gonna be kind of hard for him to transition. Like he gives the bench what they need, that boost off the bench, but he's not a starter. He's not a
Yeah.
starter.
Do y'all think who you think's better between him and Peyton Pritchard?
I give
Him.
Peyton Pritchard.
Him for sure.
Paying
You
Pritchard.
think TJ is better than Peyton?
I'm
Bro,
taking
I don't
TJ.
know. I don't know.
I would
TJ
give my
dog.
answer.
I'm taking Payton.
I
Yeah,
don't
no,
know, bro. Because I feel like
I lean Peyton, but I don't know if that's just the team he's on.
I
Well,
think
yeah, I
I
mean, he got
don't know.
6 man of the
McConnell can
year.
get to his spot better. Like as a point guard, like I feel like you want a guy that can get to his spot. Like yo, McConnell give you, but he's a 3-level scorer. He can go give you a mid range. Like he'll do it on anybody too. That's the thing. Like Pritchard, I don't think he's scoring on like Chet. Like McConnell go fucking post up Chet and give him a little turnaround like fadeaway, right a 2-foot
Yeah.
bucket, just a little swish, and then you're like, damn. Like, that's
Yo,
a tough
Christian
ass
is
bucket.
glazing TJ
I was,
right
I'm
now.
not
I was,
glazing.
I was about to
I'm
say
not
you can't really
glazing.
say that. I'm pretty sure he tried to do that in game
I'm
7,
not
and
even
Chet packed
like
his
I'm
shit
not
up.
glazing. Like he
That's a fact.
kept getting blocked, but I don't think Pritchard can go score on like bigs like how McConnell was doing it. Like he was scoring on the bigs. So
Also,
like,
bro, you gotta remember Pritchard. He's on the Boston Celtics. I think the system matters too. Like on the Pacers, you kind of just got to get your own bucket. I don't really see that kind of system. With on Boston, they got a system where they got Derek White on the corner just sitting there. They got fucking Brown on the court. They got Uncle Al on the court. So like it's less pressure on him when he has the ball. When TJ had the ball, he had 2 niggas on him. It was double teams coming his way. So like I think I gotta give him more respect.
I'm going to say this. It's clear that Payne Pritchard's going to be in the starting lineup for the Boston Celtics the next season. Holiday's gone. He's going to get more increased opportunity. But now Tatum's gone.
Nah, I thought Dirk White would fill that point guard.
No, it's going to be Pritchard,
yeah,
White, Brown, and who do they have?
it would be. It would not. If
Nah,
I'm
it's
them,
gonna be
it's
Brown.
Brown.
It's gonna be
Simons.
yeah,
Brown,
Simons. Yeah, it's gonna be White, Simons, or Simons. White.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Brown, Simons, White. Like I put White at point guard, Simmons at shooting guard, and then Brown at the 3.
Yeah, I was going to bring up the point that like I know he's on the Boston Celtics, but I would like to see like Pritchard see more like responsibility. That will explain my answer because I honestly don't have an answer for like who's better. Because the thing is, Payne Pritchard could hit more from deep, but TJ McConnell, he could get to a spot and he's not afraid
I
to
don't
go
know.
against
Yeah,
the big man.
maybe they fuck around, put Brown at the 4, play some small ball because they got to do whatever the fuck they can to win some games, bro. They throw some shit around. I don't know.
I'm not gonna be surprised. It's Joe Mazzulla. That guy's a crackhead.
They got
Yo, you know what I'm starting to learn now. I see you shaking your head, Trav, but I got a question for you, bro. Are you not a fan of small ball? Because I see the trend is there's teams are starting to run 2 bigs again, low key. a big that could protect the paint and then run a stretch big that could shoot the three.
Yeah, but OKC even they run small ball, bro. They were running the formation like Game 6. They had J-Dub at the 5, and then they had Lou Dort or some shit at the 4. Like they were going, that's
you
small
can
ball.
do that. You can do that when Miles Turner's not grabbing boards.
Right. I think you can do
Miles
that.
Turner was ass. He was
I think you can do
garbage.
that
That's
against
one thing I gotta get is that. But that nigga was trash all series, in my opinion, bro.
Yeah.
He's a garbage.
I'm not gonna lie. He let me down, bro. He let me down with that.
He fumbled the bag. He's not getting that re-up that he wanted.
He actually might get traded that season.
And I don't think this. I think the small ball only works in certain situations. I think it was perfect against what Christian was saying against the Pacers. Is different. You know what I mean? When Miles isn't out there, even if he doesn't even play like a big. So I mean, it works for that that situation. But I don't think like throwing Jaylen Brown at the 4. I don't think that's I think that's a recipe for disaster. I don't think you can play too small of the small ball. I mean, you can mix it in there, but I don't think that's winning basketball, especially since the bigs seem like the bigs are kind of making a comeback. You know what I mean? And some teams are running 2 bigs. You know what I mean? Even OKC when they got I out there with Chet. I mean, that's tough to do. So I mean, I don't.
Yeah, and even then, like I saw from the Houston Rockets series against the Warriors, Alperen Sengun and Steven Adams were amazing.
They were killing.
They were amazing because the skill sets matched together flawlessly. So it's just all amounts of how they mesh together. Like there might be some guys who might not be well at the same position nowadays for the modern NBA, but they could sling power forward. They might do some damage.
I feel like Cleveland, like they don't do it right. I feel like it's like the same builds. Like I don't know, like Mobley's not like.
Like I was very disappointed by Cleveland. I thought they had the arsenal to compete. It was just like
that's about to lead into the next topic. Since we're talking about Cleveland real quick, Darius Garland was injured. He had a toe sprain, right? He had a toe sprain, and he wasn't able to play, but he forced himself out on the court so that he could be with his team. I understand that, and play. On that toe sprain when he knew he couldn't do it, but for circumstances and for media and for some NBA fans, be like questioning, oh, he can't play on the toe sprain, and now he's gonna miss like the start of next season rehabilitating on that toe. Feel me? Which leads into my next question: the injury bug. Why were there so many significant injuries this season? What are some ideas to prevent injuries in sports today? Should Hallie have played last night, when I wrote this, should Hallie have played in Game 7, although he was playing with a calf injury? Because we saw Dame go down in round 1. He had a calf strain, just like Hallie did, and they played, right? Because NBA media, and us as NBA fans, we must admit that we can get into that zone where we question players and their ability to play. Oh, why can't he play on this injury? You feel me? And they go out there and stuff like this can happen. ACL tear, MCL, you know what I'm saying? Achilles. So what do y'all think is going on? Ahmad, let's start with you, bro.
Who the fuck is this guy?
I heard a lot of different theories about this. Some people were saying that it's because these young players are playing more games through AAU and all this other shit. I think that's crap. I think that's a load of shit because, bro, back in the day, and Trav, you can attest this. Y'all was playing on concrete asphalt court, like that's like
for real.
All the other shit, bro. You playing on concrete asphalt court all day long. That is terrible for your knees. Yet these players still find a way to stay healthy, like. So that argument is kind of the window for me. I'm automatically going to go with the low tops, but I think these low tops is fucking the game up. And I've been saying this like for a minute now. I don't know what it is, but every player nowadays is wearing low tops. They don't even sell high tops no more. And there's no scientific, reasoning for it yet, but someone needs to do some type of study because there's no way people having knee injuries, ankle injuries at this rate. And the only thing I can bring it down to is the shoes. It got to be the shoes. What did Holly say before he got injured? It got to be the shoes. He wearing low tops, and now he got an Achilles injury. Dane wearing low tops, now he got an Achilles injury. It got to be the shoes, bro. I'm going to shoot. That's my theory on this. And what they
So,
can do.
so you don't think Ahmad, you don't think it's because they're forcing themselves to play on knowing that they're hurt? Like, I mean,
Well,
in my
that's a
mind,
big
it's
part
That's
of
like
it.
not. There's no way that can be the thing, Josh, because players back in the day did the same thing. Like, players played hurt back in the day. They forced themselves to play hurt, and they weren't still getting injured. I think these players nowadays,
I don't agree, bro. I don't agree with that.
Oh,
Go ahead.
bro, they most definitely, bro. This nigga, do you not see Isaiah Thomas? I see, like, do you not see him limping out there trying to play on a fucked up ankle? Like, we've seen players do that all types of time.
And you
Kareem,
telling me
like,
that's okay to do? That's okay to do?
you gotta
not
do
to
it.
cut you off from but at the end of the day, it's the player's choice.
It is their
Right.
choice, but you gotta do it. Tyrese had to play that game, bro. He had
No,
to
he
play
didn't. He
It's
didn't
just
have
like,
to play that game.
yo,
you
he
have
had to,
you
though.
you
He
have to
have
play.
to
Yo,
play
it's
that
game.
game.
Yeah.
You
You
have
see, and
to play
that's
that
the
game.
issue. You see, that's the issue.
No,
That
no,
right
no.
there,
But yo,
y'all three,
Josh,
that's the issue right there.
Let me
Because
guess, Josh.
he
You
don't
would have sat
got
you would
to
have
play
sat your
that
ass on,
game.
huh?
you're not
I would
sitting
have.
down
I'm not gonna.
the last game of
Now
the
he's gonna miss all
season.
of next season. Now you put
Bro,
your team, you put
Josh,
that franchise in a
You ain't a
Josh,
position
real
where
hooper. You ain't a
he
real
Josh,
hooper.
can't move. I'm
Josh,
not
Josh,
you're
saying
one of the people
Josh.
who think that
Sometimes
Tyrese got zero. And you
think
probably
of think
want
of how many
to play
think of how many
with more.
players think of how many players and teams have gotten to the finals one time in their whole career, bro. There's no way. You can make a better argument. He should have set out Game 6, but bro, Game 7, last game of the
Yeah.
season, we might not ever make it back to this high point ever, bro. You have to play, bro. I'm
Like,
playing.
yo,
I'm playing. Like, I have all the money in the world, bro. I play basketball for a living, bro. We play for one reason is to get that ring. No way you're sitting out Game 7, bro.
And
I think
Absolutely.
you could.
okay.
I think you could.
If you put it that way,
Bro,
I guess.
I think you could pull the whole league, bro. 100%. You never sit down a Game 7, bro, for the
Yeah.
championship, bro. There's no way.
like
Right,
game.
but you just said if it was Game 6, it would have been okay. But he almost didn't play Game 6, and then if he didn't
But
play Game 6, y'all would have said the same thing
no,
because they would
Not
have been
me.
on the brink of elimination.
Not
I'm
me.
just saying it's more the Game 6. Him sitting out Game 6 would have been more reasonable. But when you're at that final, it's when like this is the final game, bro. Like you have to play, bro.
Like, why
I
would
think you
you
have to play
put on Game 7 if you played Game 6 on the
Yeah.
injury?
that
he
that
played.
part.
He
I mean,
played on it. So it's
you.
like,
I think
I
any
feel you.
baller,
I
any
feel you.
real baller, yo, you're going out there, bro. Like
That's
you
a
have
fact.
to.
And
Yeah,
I was going to say at the end of the day, like I said, it's a player's choice. I mean, if Halliburton truly didn't care about winning, he could have just sat at home because I mean, like Trav said, they got the money.
Yeah.
Nobody was forcing him to go out there and play. I mean,
The
you
love
can
of the game,
say
bro.
you can say media's influence that stuff. I mean, that's true, but I mean, at the end of the day, he was like Trav said, this might be it. I might never get here again. And I'm like, and if that means so much to me, the opportunity to cement myself in history, to get to the finals, to potentially get the finals MVP, to go down, to bring the first championship to Indiana, I think
Gotta play.
Halliburton made the choice within himself.
They would have had a statue of him next month, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if he would have brought a championship to that city, like you have to play it in at that point, bro. I don't even
I
know if
respect
it's.
that.
I don't think it's like
Now, without that context, then
I mean, regular
no,
season.
you play on it. Like, Dame's
I-
stupid.
You're
I
damn
even-
stupid.
I'm not taking it away from any of the guys getting hurt in the playoffs, bro. Like you're playoff basketball.
Yeah.
Dame doesn't have a championship. Like, bro, I'm gonna play. Like I feel like
Yeah.
like real ballers, bro. When
round
it's like,
one,
when it's
Yeah,
regular,
bro, you gotta do it. You gotta
when
hoop.
it's
round
regular,
one.
you got
Okay,
yo.
now
It's playoff basketball time, bro. Like this is playoff basketball time, bro. Like
And
I
again,
will
and
question that.
again,
you
back to
don't-
Dame's
those
point.
windows are so close. Like
This might be Dame's last chance.
Yeah.
that's why.
I
like,
mean,
you-
the uncertainty in Milwaukee was already brewing.
I was about to
Bro,
say they wasn't gonna win.
No,
Milwaukee
Nah,
was
bro.
not gonna
This is
win.
my last chance, bro. Like calf strains, like leg injuries, like that, like anything with your calves, your hamstrings,
The-
you can't play on it, bro,
Bro,
because it leads to other injuries. When
the
you
thing,
when you have
Exactly.
the
when you have
thing
an
now,
injured
though.
muscle, go ahead, Chad. No, I'll go.
No. I think the thing now is that the medicine is so far advanced. I mean, Aaron Rodgers came back in like 12 weeks. You know what I mean? Like the medicine is so advanced. Like, bro, I can tear my Achilles and be
this is
back
crazy.
playing, and I don't have to worry about it. I mean, like Kobe's came back. We see KD still playing at a high level.
That's
Same
the
injury.
training,
You know what I mean? Like,
though, because when
I feel
injuries like that happen, they train all day. Like, yo,
Right.
like if I teared my ACL and a guy in the NFL tears his ACL, it's completely different. Like
The rehabilitation.
Yeah.
it's just different because they're doing it like instead of playing football, they're just gonna be rehabbing. Me, I'm gonna be at my house at school. Like I don't. They rehab all day. That's
Good
so
And
it's
point.
like
that
That's
it's
a good point.
quicker. But if
that goes to
you,
my point. Why
mhm,
I'm not even worried about that anymore because the medicine is
yeah,
so far advanced. Like, bro, I'll be back. Like, I'll be back and be just as 100% the same player I was. I don't think
yeah,
we've seen KD take like KD's game is still KD's game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Kobe came back, Kobe was still being Kobe. Like it's not like these guys have this injury. Like in the '90s, I would be more concerned. Like a lot of those guys, like if it was back then, yeah, I mean that's a little different. The medical field wasn't as advanced. You know what I mean? Like guys like Tracy McGrady, if those guys got those injuries now, those guys can bounce back from that shit now. With
I'm
mhm,
agree
today's
with you
medicine.
too. Like Chad, you hit on a good point too. Like it's different for players who don't got a ring versus players who do got a ring. Like Curry got
Yeah.
4 of them, Johns. You know what I'm saying? So like
Yeah, it's
him sitting
whatever.
out is
Yeah.
the right move, especially he's like the face of that organization. Like he don't play, they lose hella money. So I can understand Curry sitting
Oh.
out.
When there has to be context. When the playoffs, game 6, game
I'm talking
5, the
about I'm
second
talking
round.
about I'm talking
Because
about when he
y'all,
sat out.
I agree with
Second
y'all.
round.
Okay, game 7, you hurt, you want to play, go
Yeah.
play. That's cool. I agree with that. But
Yeah.
what's the context?
The
Because
context is
NBA
Curry.
fans are, you know what I'm saying?
No,
I'm talking about the context is Curry when he got hurt, his hamstring injury. Game series 2 of the NBA Western Conference series. You know how
Yeah,
he got his hamstring fucked up?
yeah.
That
He didn't
was
play.
fine to me. I understood that because it didn't make sense for him to play. Like that
No,
wouldn't
but you also have bias with that though, man. Because if it was anybody else, you know what I'm saying? They would, yo, you gotta
I
play.
no, I
I
Because
said
you
he
think
said,
got
I
rings
forgot
already.
somebody was hurt in the playoffs, and you said, bro, you gotta play. I remember
They don't got a
you
ring
said
yet. They
something.
don't
You
got
gotta
a I
play,
just
bro. It
I
don't
just
matter.
I just said if you don't got a ring, it's different from if you do got like 4 of them things already. You
We
already
can't.
got
No,
4
we
rings.
can't. Nah,
You
bro.
done
I can't.
everything.
I can't.
I think that
well,
does matter though. Like I
I
feel like
definitely
someone
agree.
like Dame can be more hungry because it's like, bro,
Yes.
my window is
Yeah.
closing every year. Like I don't know, I can make this run with Giannis right now. I don't have a ring. Like
Hey.
I'm gonna play. Like I don't care. Like this is playoff basketball. I don't have a
Hey.
ring. I'm trying to get there. You know what I
And
mean?
Josh, you made this point the last episode or something like that, that these players, the main goal, no matter what, is to win.
Yeah, you
That's
did say
true.
that.
That's true. I did say that. I did. Yeah,
So
definitely.
so I agree with what they're saying. It's I think obviously situation. If it's regular season, sit your ass at home.
Yeah,
Like if
I'll
you
sit out
Yeah.
sit your
till
ass
Same.
at
playoff
home,
time.
if
Yeah.
you're at the end of your career, you're in the playoffs, you might not get another chance of this. This might be your last hurrah. You might as well play. I mean, what else do you got to lose? You don't get injured and you play through it and y'all make a final push. You do get injured and you were going to retire next season anyway. So I mean, it don't really matter to you. It's I think like everything is perspective, and I think a big not I guess I'll go ahead and give my like take on like what the game. This goes for every sport. I think every sport besides kind of NFL because it's a little different with them already is just play less games. Like even 10 I heard one of this retired baseball players they play 162 games bare minimum.
Yeah.
He said playing at least 10 less games would drastically drop the injury amounts. And like that's baseball. If you I'm saying maybe we don't need how many
40 games.
how many
40
how many
games.
ga-
That's what I want.
how many NBA games are there a week? I'd be
No,
82.
I'd
Oh,
be
82.
I, I'd be
no.
I'd be fine watching my team play twice a week.
Yeah. These niggas only play
No.
like 40
So
games anyways.
what they see what I think what's happening is the I don't think it's the shoes. To go back to your original question, Josh, I don't think it's the shoes. I think it's the pace of the game nowadays is way faster than it was before.
True.
True.
I think that's what it is. I think the pace of the game is way more faster than what it used to be. And
yeah,
yeah,
that's true.
they do
Good
play a
point.
lot of games. I think if anything, they should stretch the season out longer.
That would work too.
I don't think it's fair to the new guys for them to take 82 games and make it 40 because some of these guys you won't see like scoring titles and averages and stuff like that would be so fucked up compared to you
What it
know
was. Yeah,
how
yeah,
it's
yeah,
been.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like everyone's getting, like it wouldn't seem as much, like a guy averaging 30 over 82 games compared to a guy averaging 30 on 40 games. It's like I
It's
feel like
not the
that's
same.
watered
It's not the
down.
same.
It's
Yeah,
watered down.
but Trav,
If
I have
anything, they
a
had to just make the season longer. Like I agree. Maybe only seeing them play 2-3 games a week, cool. But I think you just gotta stretch. You might just make it longer. Like the finals might not need to be until August. You know what I mean? Like right before NFL starts or something like that. Stretch the season out so these guys do get a little more rest, not back to backs and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like just stretch the season out. But you can't
They did
shorten the
try to limit the
season.
back to backs.
You can't shorten the season because, like I said, it waters down the league too much.
I like that idea.
And I think just it's a game pace nowadays that why these guys are getting injured more.
How long does the season span from, like October to
April.
June.
To June.
April.
June
Oh,
at
yeah.
the most?
Oh, postseason.
Well, if your team
Yeah.
made the playoffs, yeah.
Yeah, I think I definitely I completely agree with Trav. I mean, other sports have extended the seasons. I mean, look at football. I know football got a lot of slack because back in the day they were only playing like 15, 16 games, something like that. And now they playing 18, and I know they get a lot of like stuff because of the records, like TJ Watt. TJ Watt got some slack when he broke the or tied the single season sack record because he did it. He had more games to do it compared to Michael Strahan or whoever had it before him. I can't really know off the top of my head, but I think if you don't want, and they're never gonna decrease the games that these guys play. It's a business at the end of the day, and all these owners are gonna see that if they decrease the games, they're gonna make less money.
Yep.
So I think of the best. I agree with Trav. The best counter option to that is to extend the season. And honestly, it might be good for money because I mean, you kind of like do more seasonal stuff. You can kind of give people more opportunities to play. Might interlap with holidays,
More
stuff like that.
airtime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And overall, it's better for these players' health because they're going to be able to rest. I mean, at the end of the day, and see their family more. Because I mean, these guys traveling how
Every
many
day.
times a week? 2, 3, 4 times a week, and don't really ever get to see their families like that. So I think the game length, the game spacing, stuff like that is the best thing.
Okay. All right, we're gonna move on to the next topic.
I never gave my take.
Oh, everybody
I did
was talking. What you had to say, Sean? You could have went.
Yeah, like going to the whole topic about the injury bug. Yeah, low top stuff has to do with it, but the more Pina spoke, the more I have to agree. I think extending the season definitely helps out because number one, like of course the pace is gonna be too much. You're running back and forth. Like there's gonna be some place to go do more cardio. But back in the day, like in the '90s, because these players just stand there because it's like they don't really move around the court. They don't do a lot of off ball. They just stand there, wait for someone to just do their move. You know what I'm saying, Trav? You definitely saw a lot like in the '90s compared to 2000s. There was a lot more players like standing, like not doing much compared to the 2000s, where everyone's trying to be more off ball, more fluid.
No, well, not to cut you off, Sean, but Trav was right. Like as far as the pace of the game, back then it was more so, back to the basket. Bigs really, really mattered back then.
It's a lot slower.
And
Yeah.
Even
it was
even
a lot slower pace.
early
Mid-ranges. Now
early
it's kind of like
2000s.
pace and space. It's a pace and space league now.
Yeah.
It's the same thing on every sport. Like every sport, though, you can't play football injured.
Yeah.
You can't play basketball injured nowadays because it's just
Exactly.
too fast. It's like this, bro. Like you can't do it, especially on a leg injury, bro. You got a fucking hamstring injury, bro. You're gonna fuck up your ACL. You can fuck up like your Achilles. You can fuck up everything because when you have a fucked up muscle and you gotta put weight on other muscles that can't
It's too much.
take
They
the
can't
weight for
handle
the
it.
movement.
Right.
It's gonna fuck up your leg. That's why Dame shouldn't have did it, bro. He could have sat out. It's playoffs. I understand, but he could be fucked up the rest of his career just because he wanted to play on an injury, bro. You gotta wait. He has past injuries, bro. If you have like past injuries and you know how your body is, you gotta treat your body how you know it is. Like, bro,
Exactly.
I have fucking ACL tears. I'm not gonna go fucking play on if I like tweak my leg, I'm not gonna go keep playing on it because fucking like I know even if I'm in the NBA, I'm still not gonna play on it because I know my body and like past injuries. If I have like even in Halliburton's case, like still he should have sat out game 6 because we saw what happened. Like KD has shown proof what happens in the finals when you play on a calf strain. Like it don't matter, bro. It don't matter what game it is. You're still gonna fuck up your leg.
Yeah, and like the thing is, like Pina said, player's choice, and there's a lot of reasons that people don't count why they might want to play, like money, chance to build their own legacy, they're able to change their own narrative. Like a lot of factors come into play here. Like I know we'll all most of these people on this pod were talking about how Halliburton had 0 points on Game 5. he had that calf injury on Game 5. Like, of course, if Tyrese was healthy, I doubt he would even have 0 to finish the game. But we all know he was shit in the first half, but there was no way that if he was healthy, he would finish with 0. But now he played Game 6, give or take. To chance to make it to Game 7, I think he should have played, but a lot more rest. But then, like, it's all situational at the end, give or take, because how you absolutely do have to play Game 7, but for someone like in Tam's case, he should absolutely rest for how long he wants. And also, y'all remember when Luka got traded? One of the reasons for the divide was because of the time span of when they wanted Luka to come back. The Mavericks wanted Luka to come back earlier, and Luka and his team was like, "No, Luka's body can't handle that. He needs a couple more, like 2 more weeks."
Right.
So it's like, it's just all end of the day. Christian is right. You have to know your body's limitations and be able to rest, knowing that you have to play to 100%, knowing that my body is fully healthy, not 70. Because a lot of these old people, like Dirk Nowitzki, unfortunately, like at the very end, he could barely walk. He said, so it's like you have to prioritize your body. Like, of course, situational Game 7. Of course, I'm playing that. Fuck that. But it's like you have to take injuries into account now.
Josh,
And
okay.
I was going to say, I'd argue that none of these players are playing 100%.
Yeah,
I'd say at the most probably 90. I mean, it goes for every sport. I don't think none of these guys are playing 100%. So I definitely think they have to. It's just at the end of the day, it's personal.
But hold on, Josh. Like you
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
if it's the shoes, I don't think it's the low top. I think it's the traction plate. Like you ever see like the bottom of like a Harden 9 or like a fucking Puma shoe?
Yeah.
Like I swear to God, I'm like, how the fuck does this thing grab the fucking like the court? Like I don't understand. Like the way it's like set up, it's like spaced out. One level's like high like this. I'm like, you don't have like I feel like old shoes like Kobe's, like older shoes like older LeBrons. I feel like they have better traction plates. Like I feel like if anything, because the way Halliburton got hurt, his foot fucking slipped from right under him. Like
It happened with all the
if it's anything
Achilles
in the
this season.
shoes, it's not how high the ankle is. I think it's the traction plate because all the brand new shoes like AE1s, they look retarded on the bottom. That's why I wouldn't buy them because they look stupid as fuck on the bottom of the shoe. Like I feel like traction plates with new shoes, that's like the first thing you look at, and that's like the first thing they should worry about if it's the shoes.
Think how many low tops?
I ain't never heard that one before. I'm
I'm gonna edit that.
Bro,
think
mad
how
players
many
be slipping. Mad players be slipping, and like I feel like that's the one thing. Every shoe, like I just got hurt from a basketball injury, and it's because I slipped. Like I slipped because I didn't have traction on my shoe. Like I think it's that. I think that's one of the biggest things. Like traction, you need to understand. Like it needs to be more traction on the bottom of the shoe.
think of all the low tops that Jordan played in. You know, Jordan 3s, 4s.
The traction plates, those are tough. Like
AI playing his low top shoes. You know what I mean? Like, there's been plenty of guys who low top and you've never seen these Achilles injuries.
I said that in the chat. I've been wearing low tops my whole life, my basketball career, playing ball. I've never had a significant injury, bro. Like
I don't know. Listen, like I got the same exact KDs that KD be wearing, bro. I've never rolled my ankle before like that in basketball. As soon as I bought his shoes, I rolled my ankle the same exact way. He rolled his ankle twice this season. It's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence, dog.
It might be the traction plate. Like I'm being
honest.
It's something. It's something.
And I was playing in plenty leagues after high school in Kobe's, low top Kobe's, and never had an injury. And when I actually broke my ankle in high school playing ball, I had on some high top bullshit Nikes. You know what I mean? So like, I mean, I don't think it's the low tops. I'm like I said, I don't think it's the shoes, bro.
Yo, Shai, you broke your ankle?
Yeah, I broke my ankle in my senior year.
Cross you?
No. It was a fracture. I was driving and I stepped on someone's foot.
Ooh, okay.
Oh yeah, it's a wrap.
It was a wrap. Went back in, tried playing on it. I was like, something ain't right, because I'm a dog for real. Like I'm going back in, injured or not. You know what I mean? Went back in, bro. ran up and down the court a couple of times. I was like, something's not right. This ain't a sprain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Came out. Sure
As
enough,
soon as that would have
fractured.
happened, I would have said, "Yo, mom, come get me."
Nah,
You feel me?
nah.
Us,
I'm a dog, bro. I'm out there, injured or not.
Nah, fuck that, bro. I know what's something, but I don't get hurt a lot, so I don't have to worry about that. You feel me? I'm
No,
always
but like
available.
if you get hurt once, you feel like you know what it feels like. You know how it is. So it's like
The most
players
I've
that
done is
don't get
roll my
hurt.
ankle and I just tied my shoes back up.
I know, but players that get hurt, they don't understand what it feels like to tear their ACL, like
Yeah,
partially or like
that's never happened to
partial
me. So.
meniscus tear. Like you
Yeah.
feel it because you don't feel the same. So it's like on a
It
casual,
It
you don't
definitely
know.
it definitely affects your mental. I mean, case in point, Derrick Rose. I mean, I could only imagine what he goes through
yeah.
every
Bro,
day.
yeah, yo, ACL recovery, bro, it's that ass the battle between yourself. Like that like
Can't
Tatum
trust yourself.
and Halliburton, they're gonna have to like
Bro.
lock the fuck in.
And
Like
Kyrie.
lock the fuck in.
Kawhi at points.
Because Kyrie movements is like it's like directly affected by the ACL because the way he moves his body and the way he stops
Yeah.
on the dime, like that's definitely gonna get mental battle.
Bro,
So Christian,
ACL
real quick,
tears in basketball are the worst thing because
That's
like
different,
football,
yeah.
you can wear braces. You can't wear an ACL brace in fucking basketball. Like you just can't because it's
Christian,
just too bulky. Like
does your knee like so you tore your meniscus, a partial tear for your meniscus, right?
uh-huh.
Does it feel like a little bit off still? Like even though it's like rehab and it's better, it still
Bro,
feels
like
like a
yeah,
little tiny bit off, right?
like it's so like when you have surgery, bro, like you like it's dead ass dead weight, and then you got to build the muscle around your leg to get like that stronger so you can stand on it, and then you have to work on that part. So it's like that part you can feel it. Like you'll have like my knees, like they're both fucked. So like sometimes they lock up. Like my knees always be cracking. They always hurt.
I was about to ask that. I was gonna say, did
Yeah.
they be popping, bro?
They're crack lacking.
Christian, how'd you hurt yourself?
Football. Like so I tore my ACL both times on turf. So it's like it's just like it happens.
That
But
turf is no good.
turf, fuck turf. I hate turf.
That turf is
But
no good, bro.
it's just you like like it feels it. So you feel it and it's like they're gonna feel it in their Achilles. They're gonna feel it. Like it's you have to attack it head on. Like you have to like play through the pain. You have to go. Like you just have to adjust to it because it's gonna be there the rest of your life. Like I played my senior year with a torn, like recovering after my first ACL tear, and I had to like play with a brace. So you got to get used to it because you're gonna have to deal with it. That's the only way you play. Just gotta play through it, bro.
Were you like scared to do certain movements?
I'll retire.
Like that?
Oh hell yeah. Like yo, I'm still scared to like go upstairs fast, go downstairs like fast, because like bro, you hear
Can't
about
do
like
that.
you
Don't
hear
risk
about
it.
fucking John Wall walking out the shower
Oh
and
my
fucking
God.
tearing his ACL. Like that's me. Like that could happen to me. I gotta be careful.
Yeah, I'm not laughing at you.
No, I know. No, you're good. Like I know how it is. Like I gotta like from now on when I play sports, like I have to play different because I can't do the things I used to be able to do because like Tatum's not. He probably can't dunk no more. Even because he
That's
he
crazy.
barely got dunked. He got like a 20-inch vert.
Yeah.
Tatum got a 20-inch vert, so now he got like
He can't
none.
dunk no more.
Hell no,
Yo, he
watch.
can't duck no more. It's
Watch,
crazy.
he can't
That's
dunk anymore. Tatum
But-
barely dunks.
Yeah.
Now
What's going to
over.
What's going to happen to Kyrie after he comes back? He tore a Achilles, I think.
No,
No, he tore his
ACL.
Yo, watch. He's not gonna be able to do like all this shit side to side.
No.
Like, the side to side movement is the worst shit. Like,
And they committed
like-
to him for 3 years.
bro, when you tear your ACL, you cannot plant and turn your knee like how he does. Like, you can't unless
all
the
that
rehab,
body shit he be doing like around
like
the back. Yeah,
like that. Nope, you don't see me doing that shit. I can't do that shit.
But all right, y'all, let's move on. Let's move on. We got 2 more topics. We're gonna do a separate episode for NBA trades and the draft breakdown. I did have some NBA trades in here, but I see the time is going, so we're just gonna cut that out for the night.
I mean that topic is just going to keep growing. I mean, we still got.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we'll get to it. We'll just get
no need to hop into it. We still got plenty of time.
Yeah, we got time. We got time.
Yeah,
So
Walton Clayton Jr. got traded to Utah. So
Oh, so they got him and Ace Bailey. That's valid.
that's
valid.
a nice little
That's
squad.
actually really
And
good.
what's that? Laurie dude, Laurie.
They might get rid of him. I see the Warriors are looking at Lowry, but y'all don't ever do nothing.
yeah,
Don't get too hyped, bro.
Yeah,
Y'all never
it's
do
like
that.
it's like my
I don't
organization.
even think
Amar,
y'all
let's just
got a
sit
front
back.
office
We're
no
not
more.
doing shit.
Yeah, since 2015, they put that shit on cruise control. It's just like they got a robot in the fucking office. They don't gotta pay nobody.
Nah, you right. You're not lying, bro. We is
They got a
like,
computer just paying Draymond and like Curry automatically for like the next until they retire. They just
Facts.
fucking around with everybody else.
But I just want to get into this topic real quick about ring chasing. I just want to know from each and everybody's point of view, what do y'all consider as ring chasing? Should a player stay where they're at and stay loyal to an organization, or should they go to a situation that can somewhat guarantee them, a chance at winning a ring or guarantee them at success? Where do we draw the line when it comes to ring chasing? And the reason I'm asking this question is because I had got into it with one of everybody knows Mike. We were talking, me and Mike was at work. We was talking about, LeBron and Kobe and, Kevin Durant, players, that have moved on, or from teams and trying to, get a ring. Your Kevin Garnett's, your Ray Allen's. Everybody has their own perspective on quote unquote ring chasing. So I just want to, get into y'all heads, pause, and see where y'all are at when it comes to what is ring chasing, and y'all, what's y'all definition of that? We're gonna start with you, P.
I think
And it doesn't even have to be basketball. It could be football, any sport.
I think it just has to do with how you do it, how you go about doing it. I mean, like KD joining the team that beat you, that ain't ethical. That ain't ethical ring chasing. That is the definition of unethical
That's
ring
some
chasing.
fake ass shit. Like he's
Now
dead ass snake.
Giannis, if Giannis want to go ring chase, I think he has the right to. He already brought a chip there. He's ridden with that team for long enough. He's basically, it would be bad for him to not get out while the ship's going down. The captain doesn't always have to go down with the ship. They say that. I don't think he got to. Let him get out of there.
Yeah, fuck all that. I agree.
I think in every sport now, and that's the main two dualities of it. And it comes down to the player as well. Do you think you could stick it out and get to the chip? I mean, look at Kobe. He stuck it out after Shaq left, got him a couple more. And then look at and then like with Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's the opposite. He must have felt like he couldn't do anything else in OKC, so he was like, "Fuck it. If you can't beat him, if you can't beat him, join him." And that's what he did. So I think at the end of the day, there's ethical is like.
Ma, you don't think that's nasty that he went to OKC or Golden State?
bro, Katie's a thought, bro. Katie's a thought.
Okay,
Don't be biased here.
I see you
Don't be
shaking your head. I
biased
didn't know if you were. I didn't know if
Nah,
you were
that's
like,
nasty. Hey, it benefited us, but he's a bot just because of what he did afterwards. I'm like,
Yeah.
But say if Trae Young, the Hawks never do anything. They just stay at the
doesn't
same
win.
spot. Like
He gotta
is he a
go.
ring chaser if he goes to
No.
like an OD
Nope.
good team? No.
It depends on the team, bro. Some organizations are garbage. Like their GMs are trash. Their coaches are trash. Like they're just a bad organization. They don't care about their team. They just want to like coast and keep making like ticket sales. That's not fair to a player like Trae Young.
And that's a great player, Christian, to pick. Like, because let's say Trae Young goes and he plays with let's just say he goes and plays with Bron and Luka, right? I'm just using the Lakers for example. Is that considered ring chasing? Because it considered him having a better chance at at winning? You know what I'm saying?
I think it's a fine line with the ring chasing. I feel like if you go into a team that isn't a championship team,
a contending team.
Yeah, I feel like it's a little different. You know what I mean? Like the KD thing. Like I said, KD's my guy, but that's egregious though. You know what I mean? Like that was. I think that's the number one in front of LeBron as far as nasty work. Linking up with other star players like that.
And Trav, and he did it multiple times. Like, look, this nigga has done this shit like over and over and over again. Like, God damn, bro.
No, and like if Trae Young was to go to a team like the Lakers, I wouldn't consider that ring chasing because the Lakers aren't contenders. You know what I mean? And that's my squad. They're just not contenders. You know what I mean? Like they'll get to the playoffs.
People say they're contenders though.
I mean that's what people say, but I don't. That the Lakers as constructed right now couldn't beat OKC. I don't know if they can't beat
Facts.
the Timberwolves. You know, I mean, I feel like I can name 3 or 4 teams in the West that I think the Lakers would lose to as constructed right now. You know what I mean? So I don't think that's a contender in my book, or what I consider a contender. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
in the West, the contenders are OKC, Timberwolves, Nuggets. The Lakers aren't beating any of those teams. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like Golden State, even, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, that might even be a shaky matchup for us. So I think it's a fine line. Depends on, how you're doing. Like, now if Trae Young was to be like somehow force his way to OKC, that's nasty. Any of
That
those, you know what I mean?
that
Like
really
a
nasty.
player like that trying to force their way to OKC, or Giannis. Even if Giannis, that would be a little nasty on Giannis if he was trying to get his way to OKC now. I mean, like, come on, dog. Like, you're going to the championship team.
I
Like, I don't think. I feel like if you're that level of a player, going to a championship team is nasty work.
Okay. I can agree with that. Sean, you was about to say something off of Trav? What you about to say, bro?
Yeah, because the thing is that Oklahoma has a lot of draft capital, so they could do like a trade. But the thing with Kevin Durant is that he chose to go to the free agency. But I know there's like signing trades and whatnot. But I wouldn't decline Oklahoma's package just because of draft capital. So it's like it goes kind of both ways, somewhat.
So you
I mean,
you saying as far as like a business
Yeah,
move?
yeah.
I
But
mean,
like,
it would probably be. Sean, I get what you're trying to say, Sean. That it would be beneficial to the Bucks, so it would dampen the blow. Because I mean, OKC
yeah,
is a young team, so
yeah,
that would probably be the best case scenario for the Bucks, is they could just rebuild.
yeah.
That'd be set up perfectly for the rebuild.
And plus,
But
Giannis already won a title, so like he wouldn't be called a ring chaser, but he could extend the amount of
how do you feel
legacy.
about that, Trav?
I would still look at Giannis a little
You
sideways.
you'd
If he,
you'd give him a side eye. You'd side
like
eye him.
like
Yeah, yeah.
obviously, yeah, he's a champion. He brought it to Milwaukee out the mud. You know what I mean? Like, organically. But if he was to make his way to OKC next year and was like, that's where I want to go, and they give up all the picks for him, that's a little
Yeah.
smut on
You'd
Giannis's name.
you'd be side eye. We'd be like, all right,
Yeah,
Giannis, we know what you're trying to do, bro.
come on, bro. Like,
I feel like it's
not
just all
not that.
situational though. Like it's just like,
That
bro, like
is.
even if it's like football, like bro, Josh Allen's never gonna leave the Bills to go to a better team, even though there's better teams than the Bills, because he knows he still has a chance of winning. Like I feel like if you have a chance of winning in the back of your head, you're not gonna want to run away from that. But like it really depends the person you are. Like KB ran from that. Like he could have won with OKC. Like I'm not. We all know he could have won with the squad. Like they
If
could have got somebody if he really wanted to win. Like if he was sat down with the GMs, like, yo, get me somebody. I'm trying to win. Like I'm trying to stay here. But like if you're just consistently not winning or just consistently getting your ass kicked, like it's okay to like realize what you want as a player, because at the end of the day, it
I
is a
agree.
business,
I
bro.
agree.
Like you're putting yourself in that business. So if you can go get money somewhere else and win, like obviously it's a better choice. It's a better fit.
But
And for
Chris, you
like,
gotta remember though,
go ahead,
but
Amon,
when
go
it's
ahead.
all said and done, you just gotta realize you're not on that same pedestal as some of these other players who got out the mud, like on the same exact team. Like Kobe, he's one of them players who like he got it with Shaq, of course, but then he got out the mud. Curry, like not trying to glaze, but like he's one of them players who got out the mud.
Yeah.
He didn't go run nowhere. So when at the end of the day, if you're looking at LeBron's 4 rings and Curry's 4 rings, and I'm not trying to diminish LeBron, but you're gonna look at him a little bit different because Curry.
No, like I can't look at the player different because it might be like different for every player. Like LeBron, like he's a great fucking player, but what kind of organization was Cleveland?
Right, it boils
Yeah.
Like
exactly. It boils
look
down
at
to the
that. Like
organization.
you put like look, Curry, he got it out the mud, but fucking
Yeah.
the Warriors organization helped him so fucking much. Like the Cavs,
Exactly.
when Bron was on the Cavs from when he got drafted to when he left, who the fuck was there? Like, yo,
You're telling me
he
that
had a bunch
That's a
of
fact,
like
though. That's a valid
he
fact.
had he had like fucking the open runs, like, yo, this is my man, this guy. Like he picked, like, I swear they had nobody
Chris,
but
you're
like
right. You're right. I think LeBron's an anomaly because he definitely did do
I
that.
mean, I
that was a
think
bad example.
a better comparison of mod would be Jason Tatum's ring to Giannis's.
yeah,
Yeah.
like it's just the
Yeah, that's a better one.
organization.
Yeah.
Like I
That
feel like
Boston organization built that around Tatum. You feel
Yeah.
me? So he could stay there, and you know what I mean? I feel like Tatum's a Celtic for life. I don't think he ever leaves the Celtics, right? But
Nah, you can't say that.
the
As a rookie, you
organization
can't say
built that for him. when you
I
have
feel
good
like
GMs, good owners, you know what I'm saying?
it's a big part on the players, but it's also big on the organization. Like, if you get drafted to the Wizards and you're just a good ass player, nobody's gonna talk shit to you if you leave to go ring chase. Because at the end of the day,
Unless you're
if
like the
LaMelo
number
right now
one
went to
guy.
OKC. Wait, my fault.
but
Go
let's
ahead,
say if Alex Sarr just starts dropping fucking 40 and 10 a game a night, let's just say that ever happens, and they're like an 8th seed for half of his career, is it
Right. You
okay if
expect
he
them
go
to
ring
stay?
chase? Like, if that happens, is anybody gonna be like, yo, like, he's a ring chaser because he left the Wizards, and they might have been able to do something.
That's a
I feel
valid
like the
point.
only players that could be called ring chasers are like if like Shai or like Donovan Mitchell just left like the Cavs or OKC to go to a better team.
It's
Like,
like I said, if you're a top 5 player in the league, I think you're gonna get that criticism. If you're one of them ones, like Alex Sarr is never gonna be a top 5 player in the NBA. You know what
but
I mean?
I
Like,
think if you're a top 5 player, but if you're not on a top 5 team,
but
like I feel like if you're on a top 5 team, you can't leave that team. Like, if you're on a top 5 consistent, like on a year, like on 2, like just to say 2 years, like OKC, none of those guys should want to leave, obviously, unless they're forced out because of money reasons or like they can't get a contract done. Like, you shouldn't want to leave to go try
I
to
don't
win a ring somewhere else.
I don't have like I said, I think my thing is I don't have an issue with those guys leaving a team. I think it's when you go and join the champions
Oh
or
yeah.
like that content. Like, you know what I mean? Like if Shea was to leave and go to wherever, like, I mean, if he's not going to Cleveland or the Celtics or cool, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not looking at that sideways, but if you're one of those guys, if you're one of them top dudes and you're going to the championship contending team, the team that was just there, the team that was in the Western Conference Finals, Eastern Conference Finals, I'm gonna look at you a little different. Like,
Yeah. Like, if any All-Star went to OKC, ring chaser.
for sure.
Automatically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Automatically.
Yep.
Yep.
Then
So,
what about players like Tatum who just got drafted to, like I said again, a great organization? He literally got drafted
You can't ring
to the
chase if you
Celtics
Yeah,
with
staying in.
ring
Kyrie
chase.
Irving.
You
You
can't
know
ring
what I'm
chase.
saying?
You
Yeah,
can't
that's
ring
not
chase.
ring
So
chase. That's
no,
just being fortunate.
but I'm saying no. That's I'm not saying that's ring chasing. I'm saying that the organization brought the players that they needed to build around Tatum to get that championship. You feel me? They didn't do that for Braun, so Braun had to go and find his own way. You feel what I'm saying?
but
Find
he
find his
didn't go.
find his
But
own
he
way is kind
didn't
of
go
strange.
to like the champion team. He picked the team that other, like, Dwayne Wade was there, and then Bosh texted his boy and was like, "Yo, we should play on the same team," and then
Yeah.
it just worked. Like,
Bron,
that's just how it is. It's a
but
business.
Bron knew what he was doing. Bron knew what he
Of
was
course
doing.
Definitely
he
knew.
did.
Von
You're
built that
telling
shit
me
brick by
the
brick.
guys like, yo, Josh, say you and your 2 homeboys on 2 different teams, they're your boys, and y'all are all good ass players, and y'all like, yo, we can all go play on this team, and they can afford us. We should go try to win a ring. You
Bro,
wouldn't do that?
I've done that before.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
You're a ring
obviously, you're
chaser.
gonna go play with your boys. Like,
I've
that's
done
valid. Like,
I've
I
done
don't
that
call that
before.
ring
It
chasing.
it
You
also
go play
didn't
with your
help. It
boys.
also didn't help. Bron said he was going to win like 13 with the Heat. He
Yeah.
only won like 2.
Too.
Yeah.
But he won
I
too.
mean, that's just shit talking, bro. Everyone be shit talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that one is just, that situation is, of course, I don't think that's ever been done because all of them went to like free agency to decide. We don't know the Boston Celtics victory. It was basically like a bunch of trades, but
I mean, look
with
at
that,
the net.
yeah,
The Nets one, the most recent one with Kyrie, Harden, and
yeah,
Durant. That one is another example of it didn't work
yeah.
out. And that
That
one,
was, I would say that could be
That's ring
similar thing
chasing right
as,
there, Trav.
I would think that would be
What was
ring
it?
chasing.
That is ring chasing.
Yeah,
the
that is
net
ring
Nets
chasing.
the Nets failed big three. The
Yeah.
Kyrie,
Harden and
Harden,
KD with a
Durant.
bunch of all stars who are out of their primes like LaMarcus Aldridge, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan.
See what you, and if you're going by what Sean said, if you're out of your prime, I think I look at that a little different. And
Oh,
no
out of
one
prime is not ring
that
chasing.
that wasn't. I don't think that was any of their team. Like the Nets weren't a contending team, and that was none of those guys'
What?
team for real. What were the Nets before those guys linked up there?
Yeah,
They weren't
Oh,
contenders.
nah.
Oh, I was about to
It's
say because
no, they
oh,
weren't.
it's D'Lo.
I'm saying like it would be my whole thing is if Durant and Harden were like, oh shit, the Nets they're the 3 seed. Let's go out there. Like we're homeboys. These guys are close to championship. Let's go out there and link up. Like no, the Nets were ass, and they were just
No,
like
they were in the playoffs. It was the year with D'Lo and Joe Allen.
No, they suck. They suck. They suck.
they were.
It was okay. They
It
was
was
decent.
What?
Yeah, it was okay. They were not ass.
They were decent.
They made a surprising good one, and they just got KD.
What year was that?
2019.
2019.
Yeah,
That
they
that
were. That's when they was dancing on the bench and shit.
Yeah.
The Nets. They was a decent. They was. D'Lo was an
Yeah, I
all-star
think-
that year.
I think they could have really done really well if they added KD and kept the players because they had something building, but then they got Kyrie, and of course that was a correct decision. It's just like
They were
eh.
they were
KD
seven. They were 7th seed in the East that year. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. I guess what I'm getting at. Like who they were a playoff
Yeah.
team, but like you're the 7th seed. Like it'd be different if, like I said, if they were
But-
the 3rd seed, 2nd seed,
but yeah, it's like but
making
it's like
real noise.
Miami was when they got LeBron and Bosh, they were also like the 7th seed because they were the number 2 pick like the year before that season. So it's like they got the number 2 pick in 2008, and then 2 years later they got LeBron and Bosh. They were just
I think
and-
people look at the only reason why people look at it, or I will at least speak for myself, is that I think all 3 of those guys were still like in their prime.
oh yeah,
I think it's the only
Right,
reason those
but
guys catch
Miami-
hell. They
But
catch hell
Miami
because those.
was. Go ahead, Trev.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. No, I was
Oh, yeah,
just going to repeat what I said. I think they catch hell because all 3 of those guys were in their primes. Like
yeah, and
Bosh was a man in Toronto, like
yeah.
you know,
Okay.
all-star, doing his thing. You know what I mean? Dwayne Wade
Yeah.
was Dwayne Wade, already had a chip, still in his prime, and then LeBron obviously
Yeah.
was still priming. You know what I mean? So I think that's the reason why people nitpick at that one compared to even like the Celtics. You know, people said that was the first big 3. You know what I mean? But those guys were at the ass end of their career as well. You know, Ray Allen,
Yeah.
who still played, you know, some more years after that. But KG and Paul Pierce, towards the end of their career,
Then they
And-
try to do it again too with the Nets.
Yep.
yeah, that was
Yeah,
nasty.
they did.
But I
was
think
nasty.
the real reason LeBron and mostly LeBron catch a lot of flack was because of the fact that I don't think ever in NBA history has a free agency big three been down in free agency. Of course, it's like, of course, you got the Boston Celtics big 3. Y'all know that Houston tried to run big 3 as well with Hakeem, Sky Pippen, and Charles Barkley.
Yeah,
Like there were some failed big 3s, and of course they're all. You can't say they're spring chasing, but those 2 are near the end of their career. Same thing with Hakeem. But these are all 3 guys who are all in their primes. And
Right, but Miami
Uh,
wasn't a contending team in 09. They
I didn't- I
got
didn't-
there in 2010.
I
In
didn't say
09, they was 43 and 39.
I said
You know
that
what I'm
earlier.
saying?
That was
So-
not my point. I said that the reason why
No,
LeBron,
I'm just saying.
and I believe I said that already when I brought that up with Trav. But it was like one has a group of 3 talented stars in his prime ever before 2010. Has they all team up and was like, yeah, we're going to sign with one team, not by like a trade, of course, but like all with a signing. And of course, it doesn't help the LeBron, but like I can't think of any other like off season that 3 talented
Free
off,
agent.
yeah, all decided to just team up, especially since they all have history. They're all in 23 drafts, and of course, Braun and Bosh had horrendous front offices. Like Bosch's best help was Andrea Bargnani. LeBron got fucking Larry Hughes to help him contend.
Right, and you expect them to stay?
Yeah, no, yeah, I know Bosh signed first. That's why he hasn't got that much flack for it, because LeBron I think signed the day after. But all Bosh and LeBron all deserve to leave, and the way how they handled it was unprecedented for that time. Of course, you could technically say it was ring chasing, but at the end of the day, like I don't think ring chasing for me is going to anything that was so obviously the best, and it's like and you chose to
Like
join
Kevin
that team
Durant.
like Kevin Durant. That's like the only biggest nastiest thing I might have ever seen, because we saw 2011 they were beatable, and of course all the other big 3s they were beatable. That no one's beating the fucking KD Warriors. No, no one in history. Maybe I don't know.
Unless you're LeBron.
Yeah, but like even then, like
the GOAT.
I think
Got you, Josh.
that if they're going to beat that team, LeBron deserves to have another prime superstar alongside him.
And
What about Paul
he
George?
were
What about Paul
he were
George?
47-35. They were 5th seed that year before LeBron came.
Yeah, they lost to like the Atlanta Hawks in the
They
seventh.
lost to the Celtics,
Oh,
and it was that Celtics championship team. They just won the year before.
Would y'all consider Paul George like ring chasing? Like the fact that he like left Clippers and went to
Yes.
you
Yes.
serve for ring
yeah.
chaser?
'Cause that's all he can do now.
Kinda.
Like, bro, if he goes to OKC, that's a ring chaser. Even though he's been playing like shit. Like
I
even
was
if
I,
he just go ahead.
I was gonna say I want to say kinda because I mean like since the pandemic, Paul George's career has been on a backswing. They out here calling him Pandemic P. So I mean like it's kind of like that thing like hey I got a couple more years left. I might as well try to get one. Because I mean look at Paul George this season. I mean
Ass.
garbage.
And we on the Clippers had a phenomenal season, even though they ended on first one loss. They had a phenomenal season without him.
They
So
went 7 games with Denver.
I think he money chasing. To be honest. I think
Facts.
oh yeah,
He up there with Ben Simmons. He getting up there with robbery. They might have
he get all he can before his time is up.
hmm
All right, y'all. We got one last topic before we head out. We're gonna talk about some NFL news real quick, and the Ravens they just acquired a corner, right?
Jair Alexander.
Yeah, and
Alexander.
from the Steelers, right?
Packers.
Packers from the Packers, and I was scrolling through, and I was looking at my feed, and everybody's saying, most NFL analysts are saying that this is the year for the Ravens to do it. This is the year. I know this is early. We're gonna do NFL stuff when it comes, but I just wanted to hear from Trav. Trav, you're the Ravens fan. What do you think about this move? What do you feel about how do you feel about the Ravens going into this season? And yeah, go ahead, Trav.
I really like it. I was talking to some of my homies out in Wisconsin. I was like, I like that we got him from y'all because
For cheap too.
super cheap. And I know he's been a little injury prone. I think if he can stay healthy, him back there with Marlon Humphrey, Hamilton.
Starks.
We got Malachi Starks now. Nate Wiggins, who was our rookie last year, who played phenomenal last year too as well. Like he's only going to get better. We have a nasty back defensive, with our DBs. So I think he's going to fit right in with the Ravens defense. Even if it means like shading, on his side, if he does have some weaknesses or if his injury is still kind of, a thing where he doesn't have his confidence back yet. What I mean? I think that will be he'll be under a big enough umbrella defensively that you won't even really notice that. I think our defense is that good. Like I said, I think there's no excuses for the Ravens this year. I don't think there was any excuses for us last year either. So I mean, I think we're still in the same boat as far as like we have everything we need. There's nothing that I think we're lacking. I mean? I'm a little concerned that we have a rookie kicker. It's our first time having, a kicker besides Justin Tucker in the past 10 years, which is going to be, we have to see how that goes because a lot of these football games we know come down to field goals. So we'll see how that goes. But as far as offensively, we're good. The DeAndre Hopkins pickup, I think
I forgot y'all got him.
our wide receiver room is nice. Our running backs are nice, with
Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry, and then we get Keaton Mitchell back, which we'll have that speedster come out the backfield catching, and then we got ground and pound with Henry. So I think
I was gonna ask you, Trav, how do you don't? I feel like Derrick Henry is soon coming on a decline. I feel like a decline is about to happen for Derrick Henry. So how much of his lifespan do you think he has?
I think he's still. I'm looking at him a little differently just from how he's built. You know what I mean? Like I think that I don't think he's like the running backs that people are used to seeing.
He kind of like the LeBron of running backs.
Yeah, he's a big running back. He doesn't get injured. You know what I mean? So I think he's going to be okay. He's 31, which I guess in running back years is kind of getting there. You're past your midway point, but he's still producing and he doesn't get injured. So I don't have an issue with I don't see a decline. And like I said, we have Keaton Mitchell coming back. And we have Justice Hill still. We have some off running backs that work good in our system with Lamar back there. So, like I said, I think it's for me. I feel like there's no reason for us not to be in the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Unless Mahomes does some more voodoo. But there's no reason for us not to be in that situation. Like I said, our defense is tight. So I feel good about us. I don't see any reason why we don't, go farther this year.
Okay, Christian.
I mean, yeah, Trav kind of summed it up, but yeah, I feel like this just comes down to the playoffs again. Like Lamar can do it. I know he can. I believe in him. Like I kind of want to see him win. Like it'd be like just like the cherry on top, like seeing Lamar win a Super Bowl because like he's a good player. Like I like watching him play. It's just like sometimes the same thing with Josh Allen. Like sometimes they just fuck up. Like you can't have those small fuck ups. I feel like if he
It,
fixes that, he'll be good. It's just like every year. It's who was it? I forgot. I was watching some clip on Instagram. It was like I think like the Ravens could win because like they see Lamar Jackson. Like Lamar Jackson's the kind of guy that can get better every year. Even though he's such a good player, he can get better every year, and that's what you want. Like they have the pieces. I think this is like it's like not the Pacers, but like we were saying earlier with the Pacers window. Like if they don't win here, that window is starting to close because like
Yeah.
they're getting players that they need to win, and they have good players to win. It's just like how much longer is Lamar gonna like take just keep like consistently losing in the playoffs? If he loses in the playoffs this year, like I
It's
don't
fun.
even know what to say. Like you're not gonna know. Like they're not gonna know what to do because like if they don't win, what the fuck are they gonna do, man? Like
Especially if he's playing like last year. Last year was his greatest year. You know what I mean? Like you said, he's been
yeah,
getting
like he
better.
should have
Like
won
he
MVP.
MVP again. You know what I mean? It was another one of those things where MVP fatigue. You know what I mean? Obviously, Josh Allen played great, but if you go stat by stat and you know what I mean how the teams played, like I think it should have went to Lamar. So it is one of those things where it's like we get to the playoffs again this year and we lose, and it's like, is it really just mental? Like, is it just one of those things where we get to the playoffs and we just can't get that shit done? Like there's no excuse. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? There's no excuse.
Does
He
it does
has.
it does it come down to coaching? Like
I mean, it could be Harbs. You know what I mean? It could be Harbs not. You know what I mean? Being
Maybe
just
he's just not like
too
adapting
much.
to the modern game.
Right. Because I feel like the coordinators we have, like Todd Monken, who we got from Georgia. He coached that Georgia championship team in college. He came there and he turned the offense around. You know what I mean? Like we've
Mm-hmm.
seen that last year. Like our offense was producing really well. You know what I mean? So if it's Harbs, it's because he's just so old school and maybe he's not putting his foot down and shit. You know what I mean? Not pressing the OCs to be doing certain things or the defensive coordinators to be running certain schemes.
Yeah,
But I
cause
mean, it's hard to tell because, like I said, we play so well, bro. Like we're such. I mean, if you look at the teams around, it's like I don't think there's a team that's as well compiled as the Ravens. And this is coming. I'm not even trying to be biased. I'm just thinking of what I mean. Like we have a top. You could argue a top 5 tight end. You could argue top. We
mm-hmm.
have 2 top 10 tight ends because Isaiah likely the young boy
Yep.
is nice. You know what I mean?
Oh
Like
yeah.
and he's like a tight end / wide receiver with his build. You know what I mean? Like you could argue we
Yep.
got 2 top 10 tight ends. You know what I mean? We have a top 5 running back, top 2, 3 quarterback. I mean, there's no reason for us not to make this leap, bro. Zay Flowers, young boy, like we got we have the offense, we have the offensive line, the defense. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like
If it's
there's
Harbaugh, it's his defense. Like if you're looking at it, I feel like you're right. He does play old school defense. Like you look at it, because like him compared to like Brian Dable on the Vikings, the schemes, fucking 2 different like things. Like Harbaugh plays like college old school ball. This Dable, the most exotic blitzes, like exotic looks. Like I feel
right.
like a
we
lot of
got
good
Dable on the
defense.
Giants. You met the Giants?
Yeah, like the Giants, good
Yeah.
exotic defense. Like, you gotta have exotic looks nowadays because quarterbacks are just so much smarter. They can do everything. Like Lamar can do everything. Like you're versing Josh Allen in the playoffs. You have to like. That's why Steve Spagnuolo on the Chiefs. The reason they were winning Super Bowls, his looks. Like you don't know who's blitzing, you don't know who's in coverage. Like I feel like if the Ravens do that more, they can win. Like they have players that can do that. Like you can get Hamilton in a fucking edge rusher stance, make them bounce out a little flat coverage. Like you can
Yep.
do that. You can do exotic looks. They need to do that more because I feel like you don't see it enough from them. They have players athletic enough to do all that shit. if you get more exotic, you have to just like mind fuck the other team to win in football. Like you have to trick them. You make them think, oh, that guy's gonna be open. That's why fucking back then the Ravens were so good because they had Ed Reed. Ed Reed can do that. He'll cover the middle of the field, but he's about to cover that side over there. He's just making you think he's covering this part. Like you gotta
Like I said,
kind of do that.
and we had that with Kyle Hamilton. You know what I mean? Who's arguably probably like the biggest safety in the league. He's like 6'5". You know what I mean?
He's
Like
6'4".
6'6". Like he's a big safety. You know what I mean? And he hits like he's a crash out too. You know what I mean? So like he wants the contact. You know what I mean? Like he can cover. You can blitz him. Like you said, you can line him up on a line, pull him out. We have corners that are good enough to cover. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's no excuse for us this year, man.
P,
I,
what you gotta
I was
say?
gonna say y'all's window is open, fully open right now. Next season might starting to close. You might get a quarter of the way closed, and then so on and so forth. If I had to nitpick y'all, I would say wide receiver room. Not it. DeAndre Hopkins. We'll see if he can still play like DeAndre Hopkins. I mean he didn't really do well in the Super Bowl. That was pretty disappointing. Zay Flowers needs to stay healthy and just not. He's had his moments in key games where he's just fucked up.
Yeah.
So I think he needs to work on that. And then my other real complaint, if it really is one, is like y'all's D line. I think that might be little not the best, but I mean it doesn't really matter when you got that.
Come up though. They got Adafe Owe, they got Matabuka, they got Ajabo, David Ajabo. He's a guy from Michigan. He's pretty good. And then they have another guy. I forgot his name. He's some like fat guy though, like big
Michael
ass
Pierce?
fat guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
he retired though. He retired. So I'm trying to think.
Ooh, okay.
It's somebody else.
You're talking about?
They got three good guys like Adafe Owe and Matabuka. Those are two solid guys you can like really bounce off of. Because Adafe Owe this year, I think he's gonna have like a big like jump up in sacks, like more sacks this year for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, if I had to complain, those are the only two areas. And
Like
my biggest question is with Mark. I was gonna say my biggest question is Mark Andrews. I mean, he kind of he was looking shaky. I think Isaiah Likely might take that jump over him, honestly.
And that you might be right with that, but even if he does take that jump over him, I still think Andrews is one of those tight ends that what I mean, he's still one of those guys. You know what I mean, you can't sleep on him. So,
I was gonna say the tight end, being a tight end in the NFL is like a weird
one of the
position
hardest
because like
jobs.
there are it's because
You
there's
gotta
like
do everything.
only
You gotta
it's not like
block,
yeah. It's not like wide receiver where there's like a clear top 10 list. Like the top 10 tight ends in the NFL, there's like some big question marks with a lot of those guys.
Oh yeah.
Shai, you got anything you want to say, bro?
All I gotta say is that they have everything. The championship window is right here, and if the mental is not there in the playoffs, blow it up.
I was going to say this. One comment I want to make is like the NFL is a little different than the NBA and literally like every other sport. The NFL, if you mess up in the playoffs, you don't get another game. It's like every game's game 7. You can miss a game winner in game 1 of the NBA playoffs. Don't really matter because you got 3 other games or 4. You got 4 other games to try to get back.
Yeah.
In the NFL, if you throw a pick, that's it. That could literally seal you out.
Sean, they won't blow the team up. If we fall short again, Harbs is out of there.
Oh yes.
He's out of there for sure.
No, I agree. He's right.
Yeah, there's no reason to blow that team up. You know what I mean? Like you can't. And like Peanut said, like NBA, NFL is so different as far as blowing things up. You don't when you're at that level with those type of players, you have that team.
Coach always goes first.
Coach has got to be out of there. You know what I mean? Because you have the players. Like there's no reason. And this is a team that's been in the playoffs. We were the number 1 seed 2 years ago. Because everything went through Baltimore and we lost to the Chiefs. Sadly. And then last year, I think we were the 3 seed, 4 seed. whatever it was, still made it deep
Yeah.
again. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like we made it to a game before the AFC
It's
Championship.
AFC divisional. Yeah.
Yeah, because we lost to the Bills, and then Bills lost to the Chiefs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the team is constructed, bro. Like the team, it's the coach. Like at that point, it's gonna be the coach. And then after
Because they've
that,
been
if we come back the next year, new coach, and the team's doing worse, then they start, certain guys might not get re-signed, stuff like that. But yeah, I think this team is championship built. I think championship ready. I in a sense, I kind of like that we went through the pain of like coming up short how we have. You know what I mean? 'Cause I feel like now these guys have that fire, and it's like, all right, we come on, like we got to do this now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's definitely Harbaugh. Harbaugh's gone if they lose
Yeah.
because they've been pointing fingers at fucking Lamar way too long. Way too long.
And we've seen it's not him.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
Like we see,
Not his fault.
when you give him some weapons, you give him a offensive coordinator that knows what the fuck he's doing. We get an MVP year like last year, even though he didn't get the MVP. You know what I mean? Like his best year yet, was last
He's
year.
doing what you want him to do.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I'm just gonna say I think Lamar destined for greatness. Jordan took 7 seasons before he finally won. This is Lamar's 7th season.
And they were comparing. I think people were comparing him. They were saying this year coming up would be the same year that Peyton Manning won his first. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
So he's not. It's not like this is like outrageous that he hasn't won.
He's still young, bro. Like he's
Still
like what?
super
He's
young.
28. Like
He's very
for a
young.
quarterback, even if he slows down on the running, if he develops his arm, he can be in the league till he's fucking 40. Like he's in good shape.
Sometimes you gotta lose, bro. I think losing is a part of winning. You gotta lose to build those experiences.
That's Cat, not OKC.
You can stand up, Josh.
Here we
Josh,
go.
Josh, you can stand up, bro. Get off your knees, bro.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
You don't gotta be down there anymore, Josh. Like,
not OKC.
You
know what Alex Caruso said? I'm gonna let you finish. Alex Caruso said you don't necessarily have to lose in order to be successful. This team learned through being successful.
They lost last year.
You lost last year.
No, bro. We're talking about this season, bro.
Bro,
they lost last year.
They lost last year.
But they've always been successful, though. They don't. You know what I'm saying?
No, they lost.
What are you saying? That they literally lost last year.
No, you don't always gotta lose, bro.
You gotta
learn
lost in the playoffs. OKC lost.
One time. Yeah, once they lost. Yeah, last year they lost.
No, they lost.
Cool. A year they were supposed to win, quote unquote.
Ron lost.
Mahomes lost.
Things never work out the first year, bro.
But it don't always have to be like that. Tatum. What about Tatum? Tatum's always been successful.
No, they don't have multiple years.
No, I'm saying he's always been successful as far as he's been to a team when he's successful.
What did Josh say? He said, "If you don't win, it don't matter." Right? That was Josh's words.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about just necessarily getting to the championship. I'm saying winning, just being a winner. Tatum is a winner, bro. He's always won.
So is Lamar Jackson then? No, if that's what we're talking about, then so is Lamar Jackson. He's a winner.
Mahomes is a winner.
Josh, what are you talking? Josh, where you trying to get at right now, Josh?
You see the poster?
I'm trying to get at
because all the greats.
What I'm trying to say is
all the greats have lost,
bro.
All the greats have lost.
He's trying to glaze.
I know. That's why I said you can get up, bro. You can stand up now, bro. Like it's okay. Y'all got the ring, bro.
They done had the parade, Josh.
The parade's over. The parade's over, bro.
That's a winner.
You see it, bro.
Right there. You see the 15. That's a winner. You know that's a winner.
The parade's over, bro.
We got 4 of these.
Yeah, all the 40 people in Oklahoma went to the parade, bro. You're the 41st fan, bro. How do you feel? You're happy, bro.
Josh
is probably live streaming that shit, bro. Josh is probably locked in.
Yeah, you could.
I was there.
You could find lost them down there.
Out there with the sign that said Aaron Wiggins saying
What,
basketball.
bro?
Yeah.
You know what, bro? I'm gonna make a public announcement before we log off.
Say your Thunder fan.
Announcement. I'm done with the Lakers.
Say your Thunder fan.
With the Lakers,
bro.
Ahmad bandwagon.
I don't hear anything about LeBron again. You lost every right about talking about LeBron.
You've been done. I made the call. You're not good in LA, bro. Like you've been off the Lakers, bro. Like you're not allowed to be
Yeah.
fine.
Josh, we
does.
traded your ass for a
Trav.
bag of chips, bro. Get
Yeah,
out of
bro.
here. I don't
Trav.
care. You're gone.
I knew he was done
You're
once
cut.
he said that Jackson Hayes was a great starting caliber player in the
You ain't even
playoffs.
a
Get
real
the
Bron
fuck out
That
of
was
here.
Christian. That was not me.
You
That was
ain't even a real
Christian.
Bron fan then. You dick sucking some guy because he just won some because he won the
I'm,
championship. Who
ti- I'm,
cares?
ti- I'm tired of LeBron losing,
Yo,
Yeah,
get him,
bro.
Christian.
SGA
Yo,
I'm
can't even
Christian,
tired
shoot
get
of
a
him.
LeBron
fucking
losing, bro.
three-pointer.
Christian, get him,
I'm
please,
tired
yo.
of LeBron losing.
Yo,
Christian,
SGA, yo, get out of here, bro. Yeah,
Christian,
you
get
ain't even
him.
a real Bron fan. You did,
You
yo.
bandwagon ass
You're
nigga.
telling me you're a Bron fan. The next choice, you're like, oh, my new favorite player is SGA. Are we dead
Christian,
ass?
get him, yo.
I got him,
SGA
bro.
is the
LeBron's
most
about to be
boring
out the
player
league,
to watch.
Christian.
SGA
LeBron's about to be
sucks.
out the league,
Josh.
Christian. We got to move on, bro.
Josh,
Yeah,
We got to
I'm
move
going
I
to
on.
know you, Josh. I really
Bron's
know
my
you.
new guy. I
Luke
let
is your
Bron
second
go.
favorite player.
That's a real hooper.
Luke is your second favorite player.
Luka is my second favorite player, but I got to move on, bro.
To
I got to move
SGA though,
on,
come
bro.
on, that's dick sucking. That's dick sucking.
Come on.
Fuck it.
He's so
See this?
ass, bro.
You
He
see
is
this?
so ass. All he does is a little and like a dumbass jump shot. That's
Now
terrible.
you hating, bro. Where was this energy at in the beginning, bro? You hating now. You hating now.
He's TJ McConnell if he was 6'5" and like athletic.
That's
What he
crazy.
is. That's all he does. He's
Finals MVP, champion, regular season MVP, scoring
he shouldn't have
title.
won Finals MVP. It was just the
Guys, he's
last game.
hypnotized
He
by
got
the
it 'cause of the last
Scoring
game.
title? That hasn't
saw-
been done. That hasn't been done since Jordan, bro.
J-Dub Finals MVP. Stop it, and you know it.
You saw the Skims ad, and you couldn't help
Yo,
yourself. You couldn't
that's
control
why.
yourself.
I
What
want
were
to
the
get
first
one
words
of
out
them
of
joints he was
SGA's mouth?
wearing.
What were the first words out of his mouth? Yo, Jalen Williams is the best player in the world. That's what he was saying. That's exactly. Those are the first words he said
That's
when
his
he had the mic.
man's. That's his man's. If all of us was on the roster and me and Trav was the best players on the team, and Trav dropped a fucking 50 piece, I'm gonna be like, yo, Trav, yo, he really, you know what I'm
Like,
saying?
yo, he knows. Yo, it's like the
I
same
really
thing.
like that, though.
Like Jalen Brown
I
should
really
have won
like
that.
that.
Like, he should have won Finals MVP. So Jalen Williams should have won Finals MVP. Like,
This is
Nah,
nasty.
Shai has been the best player in the playoffs.
I can understand you rooting for a team because those are the only two teams like who are playing right now. But for you to like get
but
on
now
your
that's your team. You're a bandwagon. You're
Yeah,
a
you are
certified
a bandwagon.
You
That
are
is
a bandwagon.
bandwagon.
You are a
I'm
bandwagon.
gonna stand by
You
it.
shaking ass for that team, bro. It's crazy.
Every take now
he's
you
shaking
just
ass tonight.
you can
He's
only
shaking
be
ass for
moderated.
OKC.
You can't have a take
I'm
for
not gonna lie.
basketball.
I'm not gonna lie, Josh. This hurting your basketball cred. It hurt.
Yo,
Yeah.
every
This is
take
big,
you
bro.
have, you can't even listen to it. You can't listen to it. I can't
Yeah,
listen to it no more.
Yeah, listen to you, bro. You automatically
OKC,
know.
bro.
You know
you
what you know
just
what's
fucking
OKC,
What?
announced
baby.
Like,
you repped it.
Y'all see it, bro. We the champs. We
That's
are the
We-
champions, bro.
Wait,
Y'all
you
That's
got
nasty.
there when they already
We-
won.
this season, bro.
They don't know you. They don't know you. Fuck, they don't know you. They
We
don't know
were
you.
Mark-
Stop.
Mark-
Stop.
Mark-
He's not champion.
I apologize. Let me
We don't accept.
let me reel
We don't
myself
accept.
back in.
we don't
I'm just
accept.
rooting for this team right now. You know what? When 2026 season comes around, we back with the Lakers. You're gonna
No,
see
you're
the
not,
Lakers
bro.
in the back.
No, you're not. No,
We back,
bro.
bro.
No,
That shit's
you gotta
We
dead,
trade
back.
bro.
him.
It's
No,
not
get
winning
out
as
of here.
constructed.
We
That
back.
shit's
But
dead.
as of right now,
That's dead.
okay.
I'm a Lakers fan until LeBron retires. I'm a
That's
Lakers
dead.
fan until LeBron retires.
I
I'm
respect
staying with
that.
it.
I respect
I'm
that.
staying with it. I'm not
I can
leaving them.
respect
I don't
that,
care
bro.
if we lose. I don't care.
He done hop ship
I
to
rep
another
by my
Western team, bro. It's
Yo, the
organization.
nasty,
moment
bro.
OKC wins, like you were waiting for this. Like you plotted this all season. Like I know you were. Like the moment they won, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
I knew he got that
Bro.
beard saved up.
bro, I'm gonna be
OKC,
back. I'm gonna be
man.
back next season, bro. But we the champs right now,
No,
bro.
Trav, make sure you got the code change
Go
on the
stay over in
facility.
OKC, bro.
Yeah.
Stay over
We
in
There's a
the
lot,
OKC.
champs right now, but I'm gonna be back with the
Yo,
Lakers
you look
next
better
season,
in
bro.
orange anyways. You look better in orange. Don't worry. The gold and yellow ain't for everybody, bro. It's fine. It's fine. The gold and yellow ain't for
The
everybody.
Houston
Yeah, bro.
Rockets will win the championship next season.
Cat. Yo, it's time to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no. OKC first round exit, bro. Get him out of here.
Yes. I stand by
All right,
it.
bro.
Nothing
That
angry.
ruined my night.
We
Yeah.
lost the
Yeah, that was
plot.
crazy, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I don't want to. I need a break from you. I need a break from you.
That ruined it. Yeah.
All right, y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the channel. We'll be back with y'all maybe next Friday. We'll see.
OKC, baby.
Yo, he's
I
nasty.
stand by my
Yo,
take.
mute him, bro.